Hello, my fellow peers. I have based my multidisciplinary project on my grandfather, a Philadelphian artist, Samuel Maitin. He was 76 when he died from lung cancer in 2004. When I was 2 years old, he died, yet I still remember a few things about him and hear stories about him with my family all the time. He was the only artist in my family that I really knew, and would even make paintings for many different ways he had felt and how he wanted them to be. Sam, or as I knew him, Zeta, had many friends, which I'll get into later, and never really any foes or enemies. Samuel Maitin, an artist, father, a friend to all. Sam Maitin was born on October 26, 1928. His brother Irving, who was born 4 years before him in 1924, had become an architect. Sam Maitin's mother, Ruth, and father, Isaac, were both Jewish Russian immigrants. His family ran a grocery store which they lived above, up in North Philadelphia. Sam and his brother Irving both went to Simon Gratz High School, which Sam graduated at the age of 16. He attended the Philadelphia Industrial School of Art while also attending the University of Penn at night. Once he had earned a bachelor's degree from the University of Pennsylvania, he had left to pursue the arts. When he had graduated, he had started working and teaching at the Philadelphia Industrial School of Arts while making close friends with other artists in the Philadelphia area. He had even studied in London and got a Guggenheim Fellowship Award in the year 1968. He had married to his wife, Lillian Maitin, for around 40 years before he had passed on December 23, 2004, of lung cancer. Sam Maitin's artwork was a blend of different colors. He would usually use primary and bright colors, he explained. Also, Sam Maitin would include different quotes in many of his paintings, explaining something or getting a message out on his beliefs. Not religious beliefs, just what he thought of certain things. Sam would do many different types of art, like painting, which is what he mostly did, sculptures, and murals for buildings and such. Sam Maitin has had multiple exhibitions at places like the Woodmere and University of Pennsylvania campus. He had taken on a studio assistant named Chris Palmer. Chris Palmer, who was 45 years younger than Sam, had even doubted himself working there, as he said in an interview, also saying that Sam would get a burst of creativity and make many colorful, bright shapes and such, the material was provided for Sam. Sam would then invite Chris to the table, and Chris asking if they were wasting time, with Sam responding, "A time spent with friends is never wasted." At the beginning of his career, he had mostly worked on printmaking and not paintings and sculptures, but he had grown into it after a lot of printmaking. He's made many different sizes of art, ranging from the size of a whole building to the size of a small 3x3. The size of a whole building to the size of a 3x3. The smaller paintings and sculptures can mostly be found in the front of a Woodmere at the entranceway, while the large-scale murals can be found all around Philly, like on an apartment complex, Fleischer Art Memorial, and the Annenberg School of Communication. Sam's friendship has gained him popularity among all of the Philadelphian artists. All has gained him a popularity among some of the Philadelphian artists and put a reputation of him being a genuinely nice guy. It is said that he never left out an artist, and if they needed supplies or just a place to work. Sam's death had taken everyone by surprise, with a late diagnosis of lung cancer. With only so much longer to live, I remember going to the hospital and visiting him, even though I was only around 2 years old. I don't remember it being sad, only just because I wasn't able to comprehend death and what it was at the time. The memory that I remember best is probably the times when he would come to my preschool beginnings and hold a little art exhibit with me and my classmates at the time, teaching the young kids how and what art was. Isaac Maitin, the son of Samuel Maitin, and my father, had obviously known Sam Maitin on a very personal level since they had lived with each other for around 18 years. Isaac explained how Sam had always been a people's person and never really creating a personal problem with anyone or causing arguments and hatred to come between him and other people. Sam had always been caring towards his family and never denied someone coming to his house as long as there was nothing going on that he had to do or if there was a problem with him or someone in the family. Samuel Maitin had always been a person to let people in even if he was at work on one of his new paintings, showing people what he was doing or just talking to them as he worked. Sam Maitin has done his passion of painting until his final days, having the numerous paintings they had made throughout his life. Sam Maitin's collection of art can be sectionalized by his age of when he had made it. He had been all over the place until he found a good category in which he started making that kind of art. Even his murals and sculptures had been representations of his paintings. The category of the art that he had done was more abstract and had some portraits, but that was in his early career before he got into colorful murals and colorful abstract. My grandfather, Sam Maitin, had inspired me to do things such as saying how to do what you want and not to be what other people want you to be, but to be yourself and make your own choices as a person and not be guided by other people in life when you don't want to be. As a result, I did my project on Sam Maitin for the fact he had been a really friendly person to all. I had never really had any time to be with him since he died when I was at a very young age. And he had built his life on what he had wanted and not what other people had wanted.